What's up, good people? Your boy Onyx. So, anyways, before I get started, thanks to all my current subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. But now let's begin. So, as you guys know, my feelings on Scream ever since Spyglass did the BS and let go of Melissa Barrera over her feelings on the whole situation between Palestine and Israel. Her speaking out for the people of Palestine. Personally, they screwed up there because, regardless of Melissa's feelings, this was a business. And once you let your personal feelings affect business, stuff like this, which I'm going to mention in a couple seconds, happens. So after Melissa was unfairly let go of Screen 7, Jenna Ortega and the rest of the cast decided not to come back, or weren't asked to come back, wherever you want to take it, fine by me. They rehired Neve Campbell. Neve Campbell is now come back as Cindy Prescott in Screen 7. And ever since Screen 7 has been on a rocky stock, a lot of people are not going to support it because a lot of people are also pro-Palestine. And the fact is that Spyglass did Melissa, a lot of people are not in favor of that because that was really fucked up for them. And I'm 10 toes down, and I am one of those people who don't want to support, and who's currently not trying to support Screen 7. But I do want to talk about this thing I just read on Twitter not too long ago. So basically, allegedly, I'm going to use the word allege because this could all turn out to be nonsense. The story for Screen 7 is going to do a time jump. Not a massive time jump, but a jump big enough where Sydney's daughters are now teenage age, young adult age. First, that's going to do one thing. First of all, it's a massive time jump from Screen 6 to Screen 7. And honestly, you can't do such a big jump. And I'm going to say it without telling you what's going on with Sam, Tara, Chad, Mindy, and any of the other survivors from Screen 6, which I think only was Danny was the only other, and Kirby as well. Shout out to Kirby. I love Kirby. And the thing is, I'm not against Screen 7 focusing on Sydney. Sydney's old ass is close to retirement home age where she should not be getting chased by a man in a mask. At this point, if I'm as old as Sydney in a mother effort wearing a ghost face mask trying to get rid of me, I'm gonna take some pills and just do the job for them because I'm too old for this. I'm too old. It's the same thing with Jamie Lee Curtis getting chased by Michael Myers. Like, I'm too old for this. Like, come on now, man. You still holding this grudge? Move on. Anyways, Sydney's with the theme of Screen 7, basically, Sydney was living a peaceful life with her husband, Mark Kincaid, who's played by the handsome Patrick Dempsey. And, just living her life as she should. Enjoying her happy ending, which she deserved. Unfortunately, Sydney's spot where she's being hiding at, her family, is found out by the newest Ghostface. And the newest Ghostface is targeting Sydney and all those surrounding her. Now the thing is this, I guess because they want a younger audience, they're trying, the directors are toying with the idea of doing a time jump, so Sydney's daughters are also at the age where they can be targeted. Like teenage age. I mean, you could target a child, but not too many horror movies do where the car. Not too many horror movies really have a child in parallel. Maybe the child may get chased, but you're like, I would say 9 and 10. You're not gonna see the child be K-worded because not too many horror movies go to that extreme. And those who do that, they usually have the child's D word. And D word being DEATH off screen. My whole thing is this: I'm not against Sydney's daughters being slightly older, but to me, this like the writers realize how badly they fucked up by what they did to Melissa, and not able to properly complete Sam's story. They got to scramble for how can we make this work? How can we get a younger audience in? Because Neve Campbell's old. Courtney Cox is old. Patrick Dempsey looks good as hell, but he's old. How are we going to bring a younger audience in? And plus, we have so many people who are upset with the whole situation because surrounding the movie between what we did to Melissa and, the ongoing situation in Gaza. Now, it's like what they did, they ridden themselves into a fucking hole. Because Screen 7, more and more news I get about this movie, it sounds like a fucking disaster. Screen 7 sounds like a hot mess. A hot ass mess. And it's no, and I'm telling you right now, Nev Cameron and Courtney Cox cannot say that movie. What, and this is my opinion, what they can do to give Screen 7, they can go with that route. Fine, go with the little time skip route, where it's been a couple years since the events of Screen 6. Sam is married to Danny, Tara's married with Chad, Mindy has a good girlfriend or wife, but they're doing their own thing. Sydney is trying to live her life with her family, her daughters are getting closer to graduating high school, her and Mark are getting ready to happy, and suddenly, Sydney gets a phone call that she's been discovered by the newest Ghostface. Everything's now bad again, because now not only she got to worry about her own safety, she got to keep her daughters alive. And this is how you do this. Ghostface, targets her friends, targets some of her daughter's friends. The daughters get near D-word experience. Once again, that's D-E-A-T-H. All that and above. Now, Sydney is mostly the focus, where her and her daughters are the most focused. But what they do, by the time the third act starts, they do a reverse of what they did in Screen 5 and Screen 7. Gail reaches out to Sam and says, hey Sam, I know you're living your life peacefully, but Sydney's got discovered by this new Ghostface and we need backup. Sam is like, you know what? When me, my sister, Chad, and Minnie had our backs against the wall, Sydney went into hiding. She didn't help us at all. But no, Gail, you were there for us, so I'm going to do you the favor and come through and help Sydney deal with this current Ghostface. But I'm not bringing Tara, I'm not bringing Chad, I'm not bringing Mindy, I'm not bringing Danny. I'm coming by myself. Sam meets up with Gail, and Gail, Sam, Sydney, and Sydney's daughters ultimately take down the new Ghostface. And that's how I would do Screen 7. It was still focused on Sydney, because obviously you got Nev Cameron there, you paid her the money, so you might as well finish what you started. But they need, Spyglass has to reach out to Melissa. I'm not sure how it's going to work, because they really pissed that woman off. And Melissa has every right to be Spyglass, tell Spyglass to eat her fucking pussy and go kick rocks. However, Screen 7, in my humble opinion, not just as a viewer, because I'm not going to watch the Screen in its current form. I don't care what no one feels, anyone says, I'm not supporting Screen 7 in its current form. Nada. It's not getting a dime out of Onyx. But you bring back Melissa Barrera. You get her come back during the third act. She comes through and helps Sydney, Gail, and Sydney's daughters take down the new Ghostface. It's probably going to be two like it's been. I doubt they're going to do another Roman situation where there's only one Ghostface. There'll be two most likely, like it's pretty much always been. And that's how you do the movie. So when you do your little time jump, and then afterwards, if Melissa don't want to deal with Spyglass no more, that's fine. Sydney's daughters are now be the main focus for Screen 8 and onwards if they decide to continue the franchise. Personally speaking, I don't think they should, but, money's money. As long as somebody makes money, they're going to continue it. But as of right now, Screen 7 sounds like a hot-ass mess, and this time jump sounds like it is Spyglass realizing, holy crap, we should never did what we did to Melissa. Holy crap. Because now we got to kind of pull a rabbit out our ass and try to make Screen 7 work. And Screen 7 is going to fail in its current condition. It's going to fail. What they're going to need to do, they definitely need to reach out to Melissa. They need to find some way. But the thing is, what I'm going to say, in my opinion, I don't know Melissa Barrera personally. I follow her on Instagram. Lovely lady. Love her pictures with her castmates that she did recently with Abigail, which unfortunately did not do well because people say one thing but do another. But I knew that a long time ago. And pictures of her and her husband. My whole thing is, I know Melissa wants a public apology. She don't want no private apology. But I think at this point, they pay Melissa really enough money. She said, you know what? I'll come back to Screen 7. I'll help make the movie make sense and bring in viewers. Pay me this amount. And Spyglass, they don't got to go make a whole media circuit going on a Melissa Barrera apology tour. But make one statement. Hey, we were warned to get rid of Melissa the way we did. Da-da-da-da-da. We were warned. I think that motherfucker's name is Gary. I really don't give a fuck. The owner of Spyglass. Swallow your pride to save your franchise that you have the IP for. And apologize to Melissa. You ain't got to do it 1,000 times. Just do it one time publicly and don't take it back. Pay Melissa. Don't let her railroad you, obviously. Don't let her say, I want $15 million. And that's, I think, it'd be crazy for what you need. But if she's like, I want $5-6 million, thumbs up it. she comes through with her star power. You know, a lot of people like say, "Oh, she don't got no star power." Then if she did, why did Abigail flop? That's not the point. She's a real love face for the Scream franchise, and Abigail flopped because of poor marketing. And then the Twitter folks, people saying they're going to support, but didn't support. Like my ass, I at least support the damn ticket. I just didn't go see the movie itself because unfortunately I had an anxiety attack. But let's not talk about me. I would bring in Melissa during the third act. Like, so right now, majority of the movie still focuses on Sydney and her daughters. Because at this point, you can't just be like, well, half Sydney, half Sam. No. Most of it's Sydney, but Sam comes through and Sam makes her impact and helps Gail and Sydney deal with the Ghostface and the final showdown, which has always happened in Scream movies. I'm about to say Ghostface movies. Whatever. But if this whole thing is true about the alleged time jump that Scream 7 is going to do, the order to bring in a younger crowd and have younger characters, it's going to be a disaster, in my humble opinion. But this is just my thoughts. If you disagree, leave in a comment. Hit me with a thumbs down. Anyways, that's all I want to talk about for now. Peace and take care. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Memorial Day. Might stream later. Might scratch my balls. Well, I will scratch my balls at some point. Do some drawing. And that's it. Peace and take care. Love you guys. Honest Blade out.